Before we start, I want to mention that you should join our Discord because we do have a $500 giveaway going on our Discord channel. All you have to do is participate in some activities to get some amount of points, and you can be eligible to get some of the rewards. It's self-funded, which means it doesn't matter if you're an iPhone user or an Android user, you can still get the prizes. So join our Discord right now. The link will be in the description of this video so that you can be eligible to get a bunch of free prizes. Hello everyone and welcome to another video of the Sky channel. So this is another one of the Wish I Knew Earlier series videos, and in this one I'm going to be talking about mining. So first of all, you can see that I do have the mining license. The mining license is a $5 per month investment, which gives you 50% extra ore, 30 extra daily pickaxes, and 20 additional pickaxe capacity. This is fairly useful and it isn't that high of a price, especially considering that the tech park upgrades are extremely costly when it comes to ore and are extremely beneficial. So if you go in here right now, I do have 170 pickaxes. 30 of them are what I got from the collection. 120 was my limit, and I ended up collecting 20 extra from some of the other events. Now, I will also mention that I also have saved up certain points because I want to be able to buy pickaxes. And the reason why I'm buying all of these pickaxes, and you can see I'm buying 200 more, is for this particular reason that I'm going to show you now. 370 pickaxes, and you must be wondering, what am I planning on doing with all these pickaxes? And the thing is, if you go into the parking wars, you'll notice that there is this super miner buff, and what it does is that within 60 minutes you get 50% more ore when mining manually up to 50 times. But I'm gonna get all three of them, so that's gonna be 150. So what's the best way to use it? Well, first of all, you need to know that now I need to use 370 pickaxes, and I'm hoping to get at least 150 ores using those 370 pickaxes. So of course, the priority is definitely to get ores, because anytime you use it on anything other than ores, you're technically wasting the pickaxes. And the other thing to note is that it also gives you the extra 50% bonus if you use, let's say, the drill. Now the drill, even if you get two or more ores using that one drill, it's only going to count it as one. So see, it went down from 148 to 147. That means that drills and bombs are technically something that you can utilize strategically to get a lot more benefit out of this buff. Right, so let's continue, and you know that I want to try to get as many of the ores as possible. I'm going to be avoiding anything else that's going to make it harder for me to get 150 ores. And you can see another drill. Let's get that. Let's get the gold, and look at that, 2,625. Wow, that is a good ROI. Okay, let's keep going, and there's another gold one that is going to give me another 2,600. Let's use the drill. And if the drill doesn't actually get me any ore, it doesn't count towards the 141 limit that I have. And here, of course, it's going to count as one. It's going to go down to 140, but I'll get double. Another one. Wow, that's a good one. Let's get all of these. The one thing I actually mentioned that it's 60 minutes each. So since I bought three, it goes to 3 hours. I can use this and get three in a row, which is amazing. Let's do it again. Three in a row. And we are doing good so far. 117, and we still have 314 of our pickaxes remaining. What we're going to do is we're going to go into the family shop, and we are going to get a little bit of these drills and bombs just in case, because I do have a bunch of these family contribution points. So let's get 5 drills and 5 bombs just in case, we come across something that might be pretty nice and you want to use those drills while we have them handy. This is a good one. See, it doesn't actually use any pickaxes to get these 2 golden ores. However, it still counts as part of that buff amount. So there's that, 89 remaining, and we still have a bunch of pickaxes. Looks like it's not going to be really that tight after all. Guess we can go a little bit easier. A thing you should note here is that you do have to manually mine. So if you do have the pass, it does give the ability to use auto mining, but auto mining doesn't actually qualify for this. It does say manual mining only. So with that pass and with the use of this buff, you get a huge amount of ore. Now remember, we started with about 2.46 million ore, and now we're already at 2.53 approximately, which is nice. And by the end of it, you can see how much we're gonna have. A lot of it is basically luck as well, right? So if you're getting a bunch of the high yield ores, then you are pretty much in luck. But if you are not, then well, you get a little bit less, or there is a bit of luck involved in the whole process. But we are doing good. We're almost at 2.54k, and we are starting to get a few nice ores as well. This is the best. You know, you get all these gold ores and you get silver as well. Good ROI. Now we're about 48 of the buff amounts left, which is good. And remember that bombs and these drills, they only count as one. So if you really want to maximize it, you could like go into the family shop and get a ton of these bombs and drills. That way the 150 or 50, depending on how many you purchased, can last a very, very long time, right? If you are using bombs in the right places and if you're using the drills in the right places, you could be getting like 3 or 4 ores in a single bomb or a single drill, which will only count as one of these, right? So you could actually multiply the return you get significantly if you have enough of these bombs and drills. I still have a lot of pickaxes. Now that means that I could have ignored some of the low yield ores in order to save the buffs for the high yield ores. But since I wasn't sure and didn't want to take a lot of risk, I decided to just go with whatever ore I could get. What I didn't want was, running out of my pickaxes and then being left with some buff that actually goes to waste. So that's why I was going for everything at that point. But if you are confident that you can actually utilize the buff in the right places, like if you have a ton of drills and ton of bombs, that's something you can consider as well. So from 2.46 million to 2.62 million, and I still have 38 pickaxes remaining. So as you can see, a really nice increase in ore in a single sitting. So try to do this every single week. Get the buffs because they do help you out a lot. And remember that ores are extremely precious and tech park bonuses can go a long way. So always try to maximize this as much as possible. Do also consider getting that $5 monthly pack. It's not a lot of money, but it does help you quite a bit. Not to mention, if you are lazy, auto mining, like you could do permanent auto mining. As long as you have more than 15 pickaxes, you can just keep doing auto mine, auto mine, auto mine. For example, I'll show you. Actually, you know what? Let me just clear out this a little bit and then I'll show you. Okay, so look at that. So I could do auto mine. Let's say acquire resources. Boom, right? And then I get the 15 extra and then I can do another auto mine. So it's like a solution for lazy people as well, right? Another one, there you go, right? So it is pretty convenient. You can also do it with the bombs, right? Boom. Now you do need to have at least 5 bombs or 5 of these drills. You can't do it if it's less than 5. But it can actually help you quite a bit, especially if you're lacking time. And since I still have you here, I do want you to know that starting January, you can get between 10 to 35% bonus on in game purchases. The promo codes are not active right now, but starting January, they will be, so you can start gaining a bunch of amazing bonuses. The steps are quite simple. All you need to do is follow the video that I'm linking to this video, and you can also click that button that's going to appear at the top right of your screen to go to that video. The latest promo code is going to be in the name of that video, so you will know which promo code to use to get these amazing bonuses. And as the promo code changes, I'll update the title of that video. A lot of other people are taking advantage of this. Feel free to check it out. If you have any questions, you can join our Discord and I can guide you through the process as well. Alright, so that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked it and stay tuned for the next video. Have a good one.